your screen, you will see the records of 2 different players on random map 1v1. And there is something very, very important here that I want you to notice. That is this record and this record. 2 players, very, very good at migration. 2 players that are at very similar elo brackets as well. That's what you see on screen. They are the 2 players that you see on screen in this game. And the next best part of it, well, one of them is me. The other one, also an Aussie, Alpha Echo. So I love that. We got 2 players here in Oz, very, very good at migration. Random Civ, however, not very kind. So we see I have landed the Bulgarians, who have got no Imperial Age upgrades. And Alpha Echo here has landed the Vikings, who have got a lot of Imperial Age upgrades. They have also got access to the longboat, which is a great boat. And they even have the odd bonus regarding docks being cheaper, warships being cheaper, and potential upgrade as well to their archer line. So this game was played 2 days ago, or a day ago, after I had last streamed, and I'm going to show you it now. We're obviously on the new version of migration. It's now got the chickens involved instead of the deer. So there's no deer to push anymore. You've got the llama. You get extra llama. You get extra food, believe it or not. And the one thing that is a little bit annoying, or one of the many things that's a little bit annoying when it comes to this new map script, is that you can see here with Alpha Echo's map, I can actually circle it entirely with ships, which is not something that I have with my map, which is obviously very kind and very lucky for me. And there's also situations, and I believe we might have it here as well, where he looks to be down 2 llama compared to me. And I have had matches where I've been down 4 llama, or 4 cows, in fact. So, yeah, the script at the moment is a little bit buggy in relation to what can happen. But don't get me wrong, this is Bulgarians Vikings. I feel very much under the pump with what the right way to go about this is. This is a tough matchup. 2 extra sheep or not, this is a tough matchup to play. So the way we like to start this one off is, of course, we want to go for a fast castle. We want to start taking the map control. We want to get into the middle on the water. We don't want to be killing the wrong food unit. So we're going to take this wild chicken here, which is unfortunately not under the TC. It's hard to find that balance between the chickens and the llama at the start. I'm a bit heavier on the llamas, and the reason for that is I don't like the walking time, and I believe I'd rather go 6 to llamas and just take the llama a little bit quicker and safer with the veal production, and then go 3 to each chicken once fishing ships start coming out. There's no real rush. Of course, if a chicken happens to walk underneath, now you can always use your scout. You can just push a scout, use your scout to push a chicken under the TC and then take it. I don't like the walking time. That's the big one. I don't want to be going back and forth, which you kind of have to do. So I'm firmly of the belief. Let's just take the llama first. It's a slow start, so you're in no rush. So that's the reason I go that way. I've got a nice wood line as well. But yes, a few things are quite good for me here. I've got my first fishing ship out first, which is good. Of course, playing against the Vikings who get the cheaper docks, so always wanting to... not knowing that I'm a little bit quicker there is nice. And he's only got 6 on wood, which makes me think it might be a fast feudal here. But obviously, I have played this game. I'm just trying to remember what, you know, when you see what you see, it makes you think maybe it's a fast feudal, or it's just trying to be a faster uptime. Of course, if you go heavier to the food, you still get 1 dock production with 7 on wood. In fact, it looks like it's still going to be a fast castle. With 7 on wood, you can still do a fast castle build. It just takes a little bit longer to get that second dock out. So the way I go, kind of overload the 1 lumber camp here. I go 10, and then I start working my way to my second dock. And then I take stragglers because I know I want to take a second lumber camp eventually, but it's a little bit heavy. I don't know what the best. I think ideally you go 2 lumber camps. Of course, if you have Japanese or Amalians, you can get to that lumber camp a little bit quicker. Or, of course, if you have one of those new Last Chieftain civs, you can kind of get a settlement that takes up a little bit more space, and it kind of sort of acts as 2, of course. Or, of course, you save on a potential mill, or you save on a mining camp, so you can always go a little bit quicker that way. But yes, you can see right now I'm a fishing ship ahead. I've got more res collected than the Vikings, which is always nice. Again, they're going to get their free wheelbarrow and handcart, so it's going to put a lot of pressure on me. And of course, the Vikings get access to the longboats. Vikings get access to the longboats, which is a big thing. And very hard to stop once this game gets to him. So for me, I've had a couple of games where I've lost on migration this patch, and my downside was not taking the land and not prioritizing the land, perhaps going a little bit too hard on the water. We're seeing a second dock here as well. But again, you can see mine's already out. We're pumping out those fishing ships here. It should come at the expense of a slower castle age time, but we're about to find out. I'm also doing this thing where once I get 5 here and I get that second dock up, I go scouting, and there's a reason for that you're going to find out on the map, and unfortunately I missed them. Or actually, unfortunately there's none in range. A lot of these maps, you have cows or sheep or herdables that are close enough to the shoreline that your fishing ship can collect them, which I love. I think it's a very nice addition to this game, and the reason for that is you can grab them and you can do a whole bunch of your scouting with them. So if you're going fast feudal, for example, on this map, which I don't think it's the right way, but it's a way, right? You could grab those sheep and you could just send them to the other side of the map, and you could learn to know, okay, I've got to go south to travel to the east here, because that is the quicker route, because you get to scout that opposite shoreline. Now you can see here, I'm actually trying, I think I might go back here, yeah. So I go back here, I'm trying to actually grab those cows, because I want to know what my opponent's doing, and they're just out of reach to collect, which kind of sucks. So I can't do that scouting, and I don't want to spend 125 wood on the transport too early. 26 vils, I'm going to be up first. How lovely is that? Also, kind of tells me that my opponent's going for a fast castle as well, or a very bad build, but you would expect a fast castle, and that's what's happening here. And first thing I do, I grab those cows because I want to go and get them either... I'd rather get them scouting, right? I don't think I bring them home straight away. I think I get them just running around and scouting, because that is something I want to see. Get that third dock, get loom, because I want to send bills to the middle as well. Of course, I can sell a bit of food to go up. You're selling food naturally anyway on this map, I think, on the way up, because you have so many fish. I got 11 fish at the moment. So I find myself selling food, especially now. Warship upgrade is... It is wood and gold instead of food and gold. So you do end up not needing as much food. You also need to get wood for a university really early in Castle Age now. Yes, the upgrades in the university are food related. So if you want to get ballistics, it's... Oh, sorry. Ballistics is the one wood gold. If you want to get clinker construction, it's wood food. If you want to get careening, it's food gold. If you want to get incendiaries, it's food gold. So you do need food at points. If you're playing Hulk, you need to get forging blast furnace, a forging iron casting blast furnace, which is food gold. If you're playing galleys, you need to get your ranged upgrades, which are food gold. So there are still food gold things to do, but the warship upgrade itself has changed to wood gold. It's actually not showing here at the moment, but the warship upgrade itself is wood gold, which means you want to go down that route. Now, I've opened fires because I'm expecting longboats, and fires are the best counter to the longboats. They're the only ones that can match the speed. So that's why I've opened with the fires here. I'm not actually attacking the transport just yet. I don't really notice it. I kind of just sent them forward, not even on attack stance, on attack move. I think that's just the gather point was here. Yeah, I'm going to be up. I'm very happy that I'm up. And I see he's on hulks, which is a little bit annoying. So, I think I realize that he is on hulks. So I go and I decide we are not going to fight those hulks. I'm going to go round, which I luckily get around the back, which is quite good. Getting that upgrade, getting fishing lines. Of course, that's available in the feudal age now, so you do want to get that. And that is the one. That's the one upgrade I am forgetting. The fishing lines upgrade, and look at that, straight in on the fish. I get around. I don't quite. Oh, I did get a kill. I don't think I got the kill of a. No, he got the kill of a fire. So yeah, the hulks, feudal hulks versus castle fires. The hulks are still quite good. The hulks still trade well. And it doesn't look like my dock is firing arrows here, which is very annoying. I've noticed that docks don't actually fire onto the hulks automatically. So we're seeing that right here. They are not, and I'm making that switch into galleys because I realize I need to get some galleys out, and so I need galleys. I will also need a speed upgrade quickly. I need to get fletching, bodkin, and that's bad. Get past, sneak past that way. Nice. So I'm going to have to go galleys for now. And looks like, again, this is not on attack move, which is a bit of a mistake. I've noticed it. I sniped that one hulk, which is important. And now both of us are in the middle. I'm going with a Krepos. Early Krepos. Forward. Knowing I need to take the attack to him. So I want to take a little bit of space forward, which is important here. We've each got some kills. It is just fish at the moment. And there is my clinker construction upgrade. Because he is going very heavy on the hulks in the end. Actually, no eco kills, sorry. All the kills are ships. I haven't managed to kill anything here. And fighting. Trying to get a fish. I get one, which is nice. One eco kill, always good. I've got a little bit more idle time than he does. One fish kill obviously balances that out. And again, docks don't fire on hulks. So keep that in mind. Hopefully that gets patched soon. That is very, very annoying. Docks are not firing on hulks when they are garrisoned. Oh no, sorry, that doesn't have fishing ships. That explains why it's not firing. It was definitely not firing before. Now it's firing, I think. There we go. Now it's actually firing, because I think I may have clicked it, realizing that it wasn't doing its job. But I've got my fishing ships, well, not in a great spot. Again, you can see here, this one does have fish inside, not firing. So, very, very annoying. But I have a little bit of a base, which is good. I've got a landing in the middle. I don't have a town center. So I'm actually falling behind in the eco. He's got a lot of vills queued up, and he's ready for a castle too. I'm just wanting to get those Krepos. I need to get that foothold. But at the same time, I've got a nice little base, nice little mass of galleys now, which is important here. So with the galleys, I'm in a position where I can actually fight these guys back. No ballistics and no bodkin yet. So a few things still missing, but I have picked up my clinker construction. No careening yet. No careening yet, and he's going into the longboats. But I've got a good galley mass. I've got a really good galley mass, which makes me happy. I can obviously start fighting some of these ships back. And if we have a look, I'm 1.5 speed. These longboats are 1.46. That is their base speed. So if Alpha Echo does get clinker construction, he will have faster longboats than I will galleys. But I've got the numbers. At the moment, I've got the numbers, which is quite nice. I just need to go forward and engage. I need to get Bodkin as well. And I'm wanting to pressure on land. I feel quite good. I'm down eco, but I do feel quite good about where this is. About where we are sitting. Of course, I see the town centre. He doesn't see my Krepos just yet. He will see this one once it goes up. Very annoying, out the way. A little bit annoying with the way I entered this land. Like, I'm glad I did, but I haven't quite landed the best way. And I'm realizing now I need to balance out this eco. I need to get... Oh, I've got Bodkin, sorry. I got numbers. So I'm happy to fight. I know the longboats are good, better 1 for 1, but I got the numbers, I got the speed, I can choose what fights I want to engage on. I can bring in my extra numbers in as well. But whilst I've got the upgrades advantage, I can take this fight. And I'm quite happy with that. So I'm just going to bring him back to my base, and then we'll turn around and we'll engage at the right time. Once I realise what he has and hasn't got, and upgrades are missing. So... that is one of the big changes. I still need to get careening, and it's probably something I look at. There you go. Right now, I go, hang on a minute. We're up against longboats. I'm gonna need careening here, because that extra pierce armor will come in handy. But I'm Bulgarians. I'm on a timer. This is all I've got left. I can get... I don't get fast fire. I do get galleon. I do get carracks. And I do get all the upgrades with Bracer and with Blast Furnace. But otherwise... it still doesn't compete with the Vikings. I don't get the competition with the Vikings. And he's got a castle there, which is going to hurt my Krepos, unfortunately. It's going to be the end of that very soon. But I'm still hoping I can land a good... enough forward position, and I want to be a bit of a nuisance here. Water looks great for me though, and this is a big thing. Water looks really, really good, and if you're beating the Vikings on water, that is nice. I do now need to turn my attention, and wow, these longboats miss what was going on here, and I am actually going to go even more aggressive, and I have decided that it is time to Krepos rush the main base. I need to start getting aggressive here. For some reason, all my vills did not eject here. I wanted to Krepos rush the main base. I saw he was dropping a castle there, so I was like, nope. We're going to go around to this one now. Actually going to drop it there, and I'm going to keep going around. I'm going to be a bit of a nuisance. Already, a castle here feels like a great win, because that's a castle that's not here. That's a castle that can't help with the Treb Wars. That's a castle that can't help with Berserk numbers. And yes, I'm going to be cleaned up on the main island, but the position does look really nice. Still, it still feels good. Eco kills. I've taken out the fish, which is good. I've still got mine running. I'm taking out the longboats that go forward. You can see my rally points are in the chokes, so I'm ready in case he comes around. And if I have a look at my vision, whilst I still have that Krepos, you can see even just the scouts just out there. A couple of war galleys preparing for a potential sneak or forward dock. So we're in a great spot. We're happy to run around. It's all good. I can go again with another one. Just keep the pressure on and just be like, all right, we gotta keep the Krepos going here. The more I can force him into stuff here, the less useful it is for him going forward. So I've gone, all right, let's go again. And he's deleted some houses, which is a bit annoying because it's a second castle. And I'm going, this is brilliant. I don't even have to fight this. I'm not even going to make the units. I'm just going to invest less. I'm making Krepos. He's making castles. That's a win. That's a great win for me. He's investing more stone. He's investing more vills. He's got some idle time. He has to shuffle his wood lines around. Yes, I've lost my position in the middle, and that is something that will be a problem, because that puts me on a little bit of a timer. I've played games where I've had to try to get back on land in the middle. It's not fun. And I'm going again, and I've forced the third castle. Going, brilliant. This is awesome for me. I go with the outpost first and go, well, I ain't dropping a Krepos there now. I'm going to drop one around here. But little did I know, there are actually some Berserks being prepped out of here, which, again, that's a win. That's a win. They have to get their way off this island, and I'm kind of covering it all at the moment. I'm covering the escape. He can have what he wants to here. But Vils have stopped. Eco's a bit of a mess. My eco position, it's still 1 TC. Never made a second TC. Just going, okay, we're just going to make Vils, and if anything, I should be thinking about him. I go for a Krepos here, and I have to give it up. Sadly, I got to give that one up. As it was a little bit too ambitious. I get in the transport ship, and I forget to move the transport ship. So down go the Vils. Lovely. That's a lot of Vil kills that just happened there. Disaster. But position's still good, because Rams have been invested. 3 castles have been invested in here. This is good. This makes me really happy. I'm on the way to Imp. I'm the first one there. He doesn't have the shoreline at all. He's dropping outposts, which are good. Of course, if I have a look at my opponent's vision here, trying to get some vision around the map. And I just know, okay, at some point, very soon, I have to get back on this land. And I'm going to just do it from the corner. But I'm going to start with the cannon galleons. That has to be my first entry point onto this island. I still don't have gill nets. You can see gill nets coming in now. It's a little bit late. So, no imp upgrades beyond Bracer that I'll be getting. And, of course, heavy warship. But it's all we can really do. We got to go there. We got to try and get ourselves on the land. And he's got to try and get his vision on the land. And I've got to try and get my vision to stop any redocks. I'm going to try and hold on to this Krepos here for as long as I can. Use a couple of galleys to attack it. And we get 2 of the Rams down, which is good, but I don't think the other 2. I think the other 2 will get the job done that they need to get done. Of course, the castle's there as well, which is quite good. But yeah, for now, I'm looking at this and I'm going, oh, can my cannon galleons actually range? Do I even get elite? I don't even get elite cannon galleon. I get siege engineers for that extra range, but that's an expensive upgrade for an extra range. For 600 wood, 500 food is quite expensive. I say that as I have that res on hand to click it straight away. But of course, chemistry's got to come first before I can get the cannon galleon. So now I go, all right, we got to get back on. We got to do something good here. I've got 38 galleys. I'm patrolling the center. Vil's situation, surprisingly, kind of level, despite it being 3 town centers to 1. A lot of them, I do have the fish, which is important. And you'll see here, I am taking the whales as well to get some extra gold income. Got a couple of fishing ships out there on the whales. There's the other whale lot over there. You can always start fish trapping as well if you're safe at home. So that's a situation we have got on hand. Position looks kind of good. And he's going to try and run to the middle island. Here we go. 20 Vils. Going to try and make their way across. I'm here. I have got the galleys. And he's going to open with the fires to try and delay the potential for this transport ship to get across. And the transport ship will safely get across. I wasn't paying attention to it. Transport goes down. And I have to try and take this fire down quickly, which I do. I think I get a Vil here, which is nice. In fact, I even get 2, which is quite good. A couple of Vil kills are good. And now, we're trying to get the cannon galleons out. I've got my docks from home. And of course, the other big thing is you get a lot of stone at home. You do get a fair bit of res at home. And in my case, I now had to be very, very specific with where I was spending my res. I needed to drop Krepos quick. I needed to get my only unit of choice here is the unique unit. I don't have an extra option. It has to be the conic because I don't have the time. I have to drop Krepos and make production. That's all I get. Now the cannon galleons get to take down some of his production. As I said, I wasn't sure if I was able to range this. He's now imp as well. He's got Bog's Vigar as well, which is important for his boats, but doesn't have any boats. 65 ills to 55. My eco is really, really good. There's a palisade wall there. And yeah, I've taken him off the other res that's here. And position is quite good, but I am just in a little bit of a pickle. I have to rush. Going with a castle first, because I need that. I need trebs, potentially. I need trebs to complement my cannon galleons. Cannon galleons doing great guns here. Again, if we have a look at the vision that I have, I see all the shoreline. I'm keeping a very close eye on all the shoreline, except for here. That's the only place he can redock at the moment. And my opponent has got vision on, well, my ships, but he doesn't see that one outpost that was here. This is the one area he does not see at the moment, which is very, very nice. I'm thinking, all right, well, we're getting some work done with the cannon galleons. I think I could come around this side and get access onto that castle. It is in otherwise a very nice spot. Hard to reach position. Also notice that this version of migration has got 0 hills in the middle. 0 hills. Worth noting. There's a transport that goes down, which I like. Cannon galleon. I'm actually going after the castle here, knowing that it can take out the dock. It can be a little bit annoying. I'm surprised there hasn't been any investment into fires from the docks he does have. Does have a lot of res. He's got a lot of access to res in the middle. And now my Krepos is in view. Now I'm loading up with the Conics. I think I even got some armor, and I'm getting the infantry armor as well, of course. The Conics have got the 2 modes. The one unit where the horse dies and the soldier lives on. And goes again. Take down a dock. Got plenty of cannon galleons around the place now. They are being very, very annoying. Can't range that. And he brings in the berserks and realizes, hang on, can't do that. Score looks great. 25 fish out on the map now. He's coming in. This is the push. There's seven battering rams coming in here. But I have got all the Conics in the world that I need. Few upgrades. Not all the upgrades, but a few upgrades. I've got my cannon galleons coming around now. They're going to go take down this castle. And everything goes down. And the GG is called. And I managed to get the win. Bulgarians versus Vikings. And that was a very, very satisfying one. That was a tough game to play. Surprised at the APM. But that was a very tough game to play. Opponent has reached 1700 before. Opponent has got a very, very good win rate on this map, comparable to mine. And yeah, managed to do the job, despite a bit of a civ disadvantage. I think the big thing, and it's been a theme in a lot of matches, it's certainly something that people are not quite up to speed with yet, and that is upgrades. University upgrades. Speed, pierce armor, if you're playing fire ships, the charge attack, those things are very, very important. Those things are very, very important. And they can change fights. They change fights a lot. Vikings longboat mass should still do the work. You just need that longboat mass to show up. And you need to get the upgrade so that they can outrun and take the fights they want to take. And then they can do the work from there. Like, I've played a number of games with the Vikings on this map. They are so good. They are so good.